The Invisible Fortune: How Strategic Insurance Management Builds Black Wealth. Welcome, everyone. Today, I want to share something that could revolutionize how you think about your financial future. I recently had the extraordinary privilege of interviewing Nikki-Ann Thomson, a true visionary in the insurance and asset management field who's quietly transforming how Black communities approach wealth building. What makes Nikki-Ann remarkable isn't just her expertise, it's her unwavering commitment to democratizing financial knowledge that has historically been kept behind closed doors, particularly for communities of color. She's not just changing policies, she's changing lives, dismantling systems of financial inequality, one insurance policy at a time. You know that feeling when you discover you've been doing something wrong your entire life? That moment when you realize the common knowledge you've been following is actually costing you a fortune. I had that moment during my conversation with Nikki-Ann, and I'm still reeling from it. We've all heard that tired saying, insurance is something you pay for hoping you'll never need to use it. It sounds wise, doesn't it? Almost philosophical. But here's the uncomfortable truth: that sentiment has cost our communities millions, perhaps billions, in untapped wealth. Let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. When was the last time you actually read your insurance policies? I mean, really read them line by line, understanding every clause and condition, or questioned your HOA fees, or examined whether your asset protection strategy was actually building wealth rather than just preserving it. If you're like most people, including myself until recently, the answer is never. And that's exactly what the system counts on. Your ignorance isn't accidental, it's profitable, just not for you. In my illuminating conversation with Nikki-Ann Thomson, she revealed something that kept me awake that night. What we don't know about insurance and asset management isn't just costing us money, it's costing us generational wealth, particularly in Black communities where historical barriers to financial education have created knowledge gaps that silently drain our resources every single day. This isn't just financial negligence, it's a continuation of economic disenfranchisement by other means. Let's be crystal clear. This isn't just about having insurance, that's the bare minimum. It's about transforming how we view insurance from a necessary expense into a strategic wealth building tool. It's about reclaiming control over resources that rightfully belong to us and our future generations. Consider this startling reality: every dollar you overpay in premiums, every redundant policy you maintain, every fee you don't challenge, these aren't just costs, they represent capital that could be building your legacy. They are the invisible fortune you're leaving on the table while wondering why building wealth seems so unattainable. During our interview, Nikki-Ann shared a remarkable story that illustrates this principle perfectly. A Black entrepreneur with a growing portfolio of residential and commercial properties was watching his profits shrink as insurance premiums and HOA fees steadily climbed. Year after year, he added new policies as he acquired properties, creating a patchwork of coverage with significant overlaps and gaps. He was doing what most of us do, following the conventional wisdom of more coverage is better coverage. The turning point came after a near miss liability claim that could have devastated his business. This wake up call led him to partner with a risk management specialist who conducted a comprehensive review of his entire portfolio. What they discovered was shocking. He was effectively paying for the same coverage multiple times across different policies. They identified these overlapping coverages, negotiated better group rates, and restructured his policies to optimize tax advantages, something most insurance agents won't volunteer because it doesn't benefit their commission structure. The results? A 25% reduction in annual insurance and fee expenses. But here's the real magic: the part that transformed this from a cost saving exercise into wealth creation. Instead of pocketing those savings, he reinvested them into property renovations and new acquisitions. Within 18 months, he had added two additional properties to his portfolio, assets that continue generating wealth for his family. This isn't an isolated success story. It's not a fluke or a one time opportunity that's already passed. It's a blueprint that any of us can follow. It's the difference between treating insurance as a necessary evil and recognizing it as a financial leverage point. Nikki-Ann emphasized that proactive insurance management isn't just for large property owners, it's for everyone who wants to build and protect wealth, which should be all of us, especially in communities where wealth has been systematically extracted for generations. Take the case of a Black family who was struggling with rising costs for their auto, home, and life insurance. Like many of us, they found the world of insurance confusing, the premiums high, and they harbored a deep mistrust of insurance providers based on historical patterns of discrimination in the industry. This isn't paranoia, it's documented reality. Studies have consistently shown that people of color pay higher premiums for the same coverage as their white counterparts. This family connected with Nikki, a knowledgeable insurance advisor who took the time to provide tailored education, compare multiple plans, and truly advocate for their best interests. The family didn't just save thousands annually, they gained confidence in their coverage choices and developed financial literacy that empowered them to make better decisions across all aspects of their financial lives. As one client review stated, Nikki has saved us thousands. Thank you, Nikki. But the value extends far beyond the immediate savings. It's about transforming your relationship with money and protection. It's about reclaiming power in a system designed to keep you powerless. This approach to insurance management represents a paradigm shift, especially for Black communities where access to personalized financial guidance has historically been limited. It's about finding advisors who understand our unique needs, challenges, and goals, professionals who are responsive, transparent, and genuinely committed to our financial well being. But let's be clear, this isn't just about finding the right advisor. It's about adopting a proactive mindset toward your financial protection strategy. It's about refusing to be a passive consumer in a system that profits from your passivity. During our conversation, Nikki-Ann shared another powerful example of this principle in action. A Black owned business was facing unpredictable liabilities and escalating operational fees that threatened both their cash flow and expansion plans. They had the basics covered: general liability insurance, property coverage, the standard package, but they lacked an integrated approach to risk management. After a spike in service fees and a legal claim that narrowly missed becoming a major liability, the leadership team decided to completely overhaul their approach. They engaged a risk management consultant who implemented sophisticated reinsurance strategies, renegotiated vendor contracts, and optimized their asset allocation for tax efficiency. The business reduced liabilities by 30% and significantly increased their after tax profits. With this newly available capital, they launched a new product line that became a substantial revenue stream. More importantly, they became a model for other Black owned businesses in their industry, demonstrating that strategic risk management isn't just defensive, it's a pathway to growth and innovation. This is the power of viewing insurance not as a necessary evil, but as a strategic tool in your wealth building arsenal. It's about turning a cost center into a profit center through intentional management. Now, I can almost hear what some of you are thinking. This sounds great, but I don't have a real estate portfolio or a business. How does this apply to me? The principles are universal, regardless of your current financial situation. Whether you're just starting your career or approaching retirement, whether you're a homeowner or a renter, whether you have substantial assets or are building from the ground up, strategic insurance management can transform your financial trajectory. Start by conducting an audit of all your current policies. Look for overlaps, gaps, and opportunities to bundle for better rates. Question every premium increase rather than automatically renewing. Seek out advisors who specialize in working with people like you and who understand the unique challenges faced by Black professionals and families. Remember, insurance is not just about protecting what you have, it's about creating space and resources to build what you want. It's about ensuring that your hard earned money is working as efficiently for you as possible. As Nikki-Ann Thomson emphasized in our interview, this approach is particularly crucial for Black communities where the wealth gap remains a persistent challenge. By optimizing insurance costs and redirecting those savings into assets, we can accelerate wealth building and strengthen our financial positions across generations. The statistics are sobering. According to the Federal Reserve, the typical white family has 8 times the wealth of the typical Black family. But what's often overlooked in these discussions is how everyday financial decisions, like how we manage insurance and fees, contribute to this gap over time. Consider this. If you could reduce your combined insurance premiums by just 15% through strategic management and invest those savings at modest 7% return, you would generate over $100,000 in additional wealth over 30 years from just that one change. Now, multiply that across multiple areas of financial optimization, and you begin to see how transformative this approach can be. This isn't about cutting corners on protection. It's about eliminating waste and redundancy while improving your actual coverage. It's about ensuring that every dollar you spend on protection is working efficiently and that every dollar you save is redirected toward growth. The path forward is clear, but it requires us to challenge conventional wisdom about insurance and asset protection. It demands that we become more engaged, more questioning, and more strategic about these decisions that we've traditionally treated as routine or automatic. I want to challenge each of you today. Stop accepting the financial status quo. Stop believing that the wealth gap is inevitable or that building generational wealth is beyond your reach. The tools and strategies exist. They've just been hidden from view, obscured by complexity and jargon, designed to keep you paying more than necessary. Review your current insurance policies, fees, and asset structure today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Identify at least one area where you can reduce unnecessary costs or improve coverage, then redirect those savings into an investment or asset that supports your long term goals. This single step can be the beginning of a financial transformation, not just for you, but potentially for generations to come. The invisible fortune isn't some mystical concept. It's the wealth that's been systematically diverted from our communities through financial ignorance and predatory practices. It's time we reclaim it. It's time we build the legacies our ancestors dreamed of, but were denied the opportunity to create. As Nikki-Ann so powerfully articulated, every policy reviewed, every premium reduced, every dollar redirected toward growth. These are acts of financial revolution that can transform not just individual lives, but entire communities. The wealth gap wasn't created overnight, and it won't be closed overnight. But by mastering these often overlooked aspects of financial management, we can accelerate our progress toward economic empowerment and generational wealth. The invisible fortune is waiting. The question is, will you claim it? The system is counting on your continued ignorance. Your family is counting on your financial awakening. Which will you choose? Thank you.